Hey there, Daniel Recoder here, and thank you so much for choosing to be here with me today. In this video, we're going to break down the only 3 things you need to know in order to improve your drumming. By the end of this video, you will understand how to improve your sound by just focusing on the right details. So sit up nice and tall, engage your body, engage your mind, because these next few minutes are going to take your drumming to the next level. Let's get to it. When it comes to drumming, there's a ton you could think about, but it always comes back to 3 main points. The first of which is timing. Timing is probably the most obvious error in the percussion world. It's the source of many judgmental glares from your peers, and very likely the most common reason why your instructor cuts the rep. Our drumming language consists of various patterns which divide time with a particular pulse. In order to divide time accurately, you must first establish your own internal pulse. Create an internal pulse that is so strong the people around you can feel it. Once you've done that, subdivide your patterns to your internal pulse. As drummers, we are frequently given the responsibility of driving tempo. And when we're given this responsibility, it is super important to practice away from rehearsal with a metronome. The Met is your tool, and with it, you shall build a temple of consistency. Most of the feedback we receive as drummers relates to timing, so let's pay close attention to that when practicing. So you're playing in time now, but you're still getting called out. What's the deal? There's a good chance that the culprit is your sound. When you hit the drum, your unique sound is created by the resonance of the drum and the vibrations of the drumstick. Sometimes in an audition or a performance environment, the nerves can get to us. When this happens, it is very common for us to squeeze the life out of our drumsticks without even realizing it.
Please, relax.
Okay, sorry. When this happens, we dampen the vibrations of our drumsticks, which leads to a harsh, brittle sound on the drum. And nobody wants that. So let your sticks breathe. Another thing that affects your sound is the angle your bead contacts the surface. There are many types of beads, and they all have an ideal sweet spot that gets the most amount of natural rebound. Your mission? Find that sweet spot. Hitting the drum with this bead angle makes your job easier as a drummer, and it also gets the deepest tone out of the drum. This is a tone that people can feel, and if you're trying to achieve the greatest sound possible, always strive for that excellent bead angle. So you're hitting the drum in time with the sweet spot of the bead, but you're still getting called out. From the box, now it's time to consider your playing zones. Playing zones can change in order to achieve a different tone from the drum. If you want to blend your sound with the people around you, make sure that everyone's on the same page when it comes to playing zones. Once that's been set, you're going to want to make sure that your beads are as close together as possible. If not, you may end up playing in 2 different zones, and nobody wants that. This is challenging because it requires quite a bit of stick control, and the slightest movement in your arm can shift your beads apart or make them collide. Either way, it's important to understand that your playing zones affect your sound. So take time to check it out while you're practicing. Alright, so you're playing in time now, you're getting a good sound, but you feel so uncomfortable. And you probably look as uncomfortable as you feel. That's totally okay. We've all been there. What can you do to feel smoother than a fresh jar of Skippy? Slow it down and adjust your technique. The primary mechanic of drumming is controlling rebound. You throw the stick down at the drum and it bounces back and hits you in the face. Or you keep your fingers around the stick and that won't happen. Technique is our body's way of playing with the mechanics of drumming. We have a fulcrum that allows rotation of the stick within the hand. After the stick rebounds, the tip of the stick rotates up while the back of the stick rotates down. This rotation around the fulcrum gives your back fingers two options. They either open with the rebound, which would be great for playing a double stroke, or they stay closed to control the rebound. But don't squeeze the stick. You'll need to decide what to do according to what you are trying to achieve. Another tool you have to control the rebound is your wrist. Your wrist is great for creating different stick levels and also generating speed. The perfect recipe for velocity. Your wrist is the driving force for your technique and is often used in conjunction with your back fingers. Your wrist can follow the rebound up or lift the bead to reach a new height, or it can control the rebound in order to play at a lower level. Your forearm requires more effort to move than your wrist and fingers, but the added mass can support your sound when it's needed. Your technique will change depending on the speed and dynamic of each rudiment. They all feel different and will require slow, deliberate practice in order to understand the movement patterns. That's all drumming is, patterns of movement. Your brain sends electrical impulses to the muscles in your forearm, telling them to move at a very specific time with a very specific amount of intensity in order to achieve a very specific outcome. This process is called coordination, and what I love most about coordination is that with time and practice, it sharpens, becomes more efficient. It may take minutes, or hours, or days, or weeks, or months, or seasons to feel noticeable progress, but if you persist, I believe you can make anything happen. I promise you that all of the experts you know have gone through periods of clumsiness and frustration, defeat, self-doubt. This is all part of the journey, and this is what makes achievement in this craft feel so fulfilling. With a strong focus on timing, sound, and technique, you can accelerate your learning curve in order to feel true progress. And that's super exciting. The pursuit of excellence is what unites our drumming community, and there is nothing that excites me more than sharing a passion for learning with you, my fellow musician, my brother, my sister, all part of this massive family of people who love the sound and feel of rhythm. I hope that this video has helped you understand that progress is attainable, and that if nobody else believes in you, you know that I do. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know what you liked down in the comments below, and subscribe if you would like to join me on this educational journey. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and have fun enjoying what you love. Over and out.